I made a list of the 50 deadest keys in the hobby. Some of this I violently disagree with, and some of this is really deserved. But I do think in general, the market has long since overcorrected since the crazy COVID highs, and we do have some 10 and even 15, 20-year lows on some books. So you gotta tell me if you agree where some of these books are. Do you think they should be higher? Let me know. Don't forget, we got a 50,000 sub giveaway coming up. You could be a winner. All right, let's get it started. In no particular order, Avengers 196. What a great way to start the list. This once $200 near mint to mint high raw is selling for, no joke, $30 to $40, but I saw quite a few at the $30 mark with near mint in the description. So safe to say Taskmaster has come a long way. I disagree with that. I understand why it's down. I don't think it should be that far down. Next is Miracle Man, number 1. Alan Moore. This once $100 high is now apparently $20. Pretty crazy to find near mint to mint of this in $20. Weirdly enough, though, I actually agree. Until there's a concrete reason to get behind that book, I totally understand a $20 price for that. Moon Knight number 1, 2014. First appearance of Mr. Knight. This was like 30, 40, 50 bucks. It's $10 now. Totally agree, this should be $10. I actually am of the camp that I don't even think it's the actual first appearance of Mr. Knight anyway. So there you go. ASM 344. I'm going to disagree with this one. This first appearance of Cletus is down very badly. This is like $30 now for perfect copies. What happened? That's crazy. X-Men 221. Let's go with first Mr. Sinister. I think I disagree with this. This was $100 at one point. Actually, frankly, it was more than that. And now it's $50? All right. God of Thunder number 2. First appearance of Gore the God Butcher. I'm going to agree. I think that this should be down. It was about $100. Now it's about 40, 50 bucks. And, you know, I feel like that's exactly where it should be. I think Gore is an amazing character. I think Christian Bale did a really good job in the movies, but I think it just had no business being as high as it was. Totally Awesome Hulk number 1. This is unfortunately a $5 book, double key, but oh well, we don't make the rules, right? I'm going to disagree with that because Lady Hellbender is dope. Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 12, first appearance of Tommy and Billy. This was very securely a $50 near mint to mint copy, whereas now I would have understood if it was like $30, but I'm seeing them sell for $10 and $15. Pretty crazy. I'm going to disagree. Amazing Spider-Man 257, Ned Leeds becomes Hobgoblin, and it's the second appearance of Puma. I do think Puma is a very underrated and underpriced character, but I do think the book wasn't as big of a deal as it was. So it used to be like 40, 50 bucks. These are selling for like $20 now, and I agree. Keeping it Spider-Man, ASM 365. The word is out. This is not the first Spider-Man 2099 preview, so this kind of isn't a big deal anymore. So totally understand why these are now like 15 bucks. New Mutants Annual number 2, $100 high. Now it's more like $30 and $40 I'm even seeing newsstand near mints selling for $40. And that's pretty crazy for Psylocke. Wow, that's really down. Kind of disagree. Young Avengers number 1. Believe it or not, I actually disagree with this. I think this book is crazy high in its key significance. What doesn't help it is a lot of these were printed. This also had no business being as high as it was. But selling for like $30 for perfect copy raws seems low to me. I'll go back to Spider-Man with 101 first Morbius, solely because a movie didn't do very well. Morbius is now an affordable key. For decades, that was not the case. West Coast Avengers 94, the first technical War Machine. It's actually the one where Rhodey actually goes by War Machine, because War Machine existed before. This was like $40 for a while. It's like $20 now, so it got cut in half. I actually kind of agree with that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Strange Tales 178, first appearance of Magus. Many things. You guys know I'm a Jim Starlin nut. This used to be like $400 if it was near mint to mint, and now it's $50. So I'm going to massively Massively disagree with that. This book got hurt by the wake of all the Adam Warlock keys taking a hit, but this one, while an Adam Warlock key, shouldn't have gone down as far as it did. I could talk about that book for an hour. New Avengers 27. First, Clint as Ronan used to be like $30. I don't think it should have ever been that high. This is like $8 now, so I'm agreeing. Avenging Spider-Man number 9. First, Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel. Dude, this is like a $20 book now. I don't remember 100, but I do remember these selling for like $75. So that's over half gone. I kind of agree. It is a modern book, although it's not as commonly found. Whatever. New X-Men 128. First Phantom X. Another $75 book that is now $20. This one I'm going to disagree with pretty harshly. I think Phantom X is dope as hell. Listen, I'm not even an X-Men guy, and I think Phantom X is dope. I think that is a much bigger deal than a $20 bill. But that's just me. Wonder Man number 1, and you can take your pick. You can talk about the Sienkiewicz cover. You can talk about the first ongoing series. I'm having a hard time selling them in any condition, in any copy. Even with news of Wonder Man coming to screens, that book is seemingly dead. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16, First, Monica Rambeau. This thing is like $30, maybe $25. What? If you were to tell someone that 5 years ago, they would have called you crazy and they would have told you to get off their porch. I can't believe how far this has come. That has no business being that low. Disagree. Inhumans, number 5. Arguable first, since some say it's the first Yelena Belova. These are $40 for perfect copies. And I'm going to disagree on that one. Yelena Belova is dope as hell, and Florence Pugh is really hot. Green Lantern Corps 201, First Kilowog. Why'd they come after my boy? This is supposed to be an all-Marvel list here. There's a couple DC entries here, but mostly Marvel keys have taken the hits. But Mr. Kilowog got a pretty bad hit. This was like $50 to $80. There was always a big disparity, but it wasn't 20. Well, apparently now it's like $25. So, what happened, man? Invincible Iron Man 7 and 9. And I kind of put them together because even when you bundle the two, you're talking like $40. This used to be a combined value of like $130. Now it's about $40 to $50. Yikes, Riri Williams. Has anyone watched the show? Is it worth a watch? Let me know. X-Force number 2. Second appearance of Deadpool. You know what? I think people just realized that there's a million copies, literally, of this book out there. So the value on this is dead. Yeah, it's a major second appearance, but whatever. I agree. Savage She-Hulk number 1. You can get these almost anywhere under $100 now, even for the most crispy copy ever. I think if you find a perfect copy, it might be 100 on the dot. I'm going to slightly disagree with that one. They are out there, but let's give She-Hulk a little more credit, right? Oh, I hate this. Static, number 1. First Static Shock. This was for many years $40 to $50. And the COVID overcorrection seems to have parked this at like a $15 book. $15 for the first Static Shock? Really? I really disagree. Shazam 28. Dude, there was a period where near mints of this were like $500 to $600. Now it's like $150. Pretty crazy. Second appearance of Black Adam. First appearance since the Golden Age. Has no business being as cheap as it is, especially since you rarely find it, and you rarely find it in that near mint condition. Oh well. Silver Surfer 53, first appearance of Dar-Ben. Yes, I still have not seen Marvels. Another one you guys will have to let me know if it's worth watching. I didn't know anything about the character before. I still don't know anything about the character. This is like a 3, 4, 5. It's basically a dollar bin book at this point, and I don't know. I guess I agree, but I don't really know the character. Star Wars Darth Vader 3, first appearance of Dr. Afro. What happened to the value of this book? Another once almost $100 book is now once again $20. $20? Really? Okay, sorry, Star Wars fans. Captain America 34, first Bucky as Cap, otherwise known as a book that I can't move for any price. Captain America keys often struggle. It's supposed to be like a $30 book if you look at price guides. It's $10 on your best day, trust me. Superboy 0 and 9, so your first cameo and full appearance of King Shark. Ding ding! These are down to like $5 to $7 for 0 and like $15-20 for 9. Really? King Shark? That's a pretty major character. Not really sure I understand that one. I'm going to disagree. One of the biggest disagrees on the whole list, Moon Knight #1. First Bushman, first Khonshu, has no business selling for near mints at $40. What? That's crazy. Neil Adams cover 2 has no business being this low. I don't think this should have ever dipped below $100. So I will very openly admit that I think that is ridiculous and an overcorrection to say the least. Eternals, any Eternals book, there's a lot of keys. The biggest ones are 1 and 3. I can't move perfect copies of Eternals 1 for even $40, which is hilarious because I remember walking into a comic shop 4 years ago and seeing one for $300 and actually wanting to buy it. We've come a long way. I'm going to agree with this. I'm so sick of Eternals. As a seller, trust me, you don't want Eternals. They just sit. Flash, 92. First appearance of Impulse. I'm a 90s kid. I love the 90s DC stuff, so that's my boy. This was always $40. It wasn't even $50, but it also wasn't $30. Why now is it $20? The market overcorrected too hard on that. Legends, #1. This was only like $15, $20. And now it's 10. So it's not a massive unraveling of the market or anything like that. But hey, first Amanda Waller, I kind of think that should still be a $15, $20 book, but it's always a very steady $10. Thor 1, 2014. It's the first canon Jane Foster becoming Thor. This book's dead, man. Totally dead. I mean, maybe you can still sell them for $10 if you're lucky. I don't even remember what it used to be. $50? Maybe higher? It's dead. Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur #1. Great series. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Was this an Eisner winning series? So it's great to collect, to read, but as for value, it once was pretty crazy, and now it's back to being like a $15 book there. So yeah, not that crazy anymore. I kind of agree. Secret Wars #3. Okay, so first Titania here. They're now selling for $15 in near mint. It's weird that one of the issues with such key significance will sell for almost the exact same amount as the ones in Secret Wars that have no key significance. Youngblood #2. First Shadowhawk and Prophet. I know people love that stuff, but it's also from that pocket of time where stuff was being printed by the millions. So it totally makes sense that this is now a dollar bin book. New Avengers #7. First appearance of the Illuminati. I actually disagree. I think this has gone too far. I just sold a 9.8 at $1 start, and it sold for $30. There was a time where you were lucky to get a Raw for $30. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that book. Maybe a little too far. Captain America 217 is the first appearance of Marvel Man, who later becomes Crusader, who gets the quantum bands and later becomes Quasar. What a massive deal. It's also a book littered with key significance. This actually used to be like $50 to $100. It's like $30 now. So I think that's a little too far of an overcorrection. It's the first technical Quasar, man. In fact, somewhere on this list, where is it? Yeah, Hulk 234. Let's do that one. The actual first Quasar, when Marvel Man becomes Quasar. This was like $60, $70 in perfect condition. Now it's like $20. What happened? Why did we all attack this character that hasn't even had movie time? Or maybe he has, I don't know. I don't know. Feel like that one's a little crazy. ASM 265. $40 for the first Silver Sable. Was once a solid $80 book, is now more like a $40 book. And I don't really know what happened. This is a fan favorite character, amazing in games, amazing in comics. Amazing in general. I don't really know. I don't really know. It's just one of those Spider-Man books where most of them have held or even gone up in value, but that one has gone down significantly. I don't know. Hulk 256, first appearance of Sabra. There might be a little bit of political unrest that might be hurting this particular value right here, but this once $50 book is also like 15, 20 bucks now. I don't know if I agree with that. Then you got the first appearance of the Hood. Again, you guys got to let me know if I should watch Ironheart. This was 50 bucks. Now it's more like 25. Now, I am actually going to disagree with this because it's a really low print run series with an all black spine. So finding mint copies of this is actually really, really hard. And I think it deserves more than a $20 to $30 price tag. I think it should have stayed at 50. X-Force 11. This once $20 book is like $7, $8 now. First Domino, only it's not. So I totally get it. All new Marvel Now, 0.11. Multi-key here. Obviously, the big one is it's the first full appearance of Kamala Khan. This I know for a fact used to be $100. Now it's 20 bucks. In 2025, a $20 bill really takes you far. Wow. Enjoy it now because I don't know if this overcorrected market's going to stay this way forever. Teen Titans Annual number 2, first appearance of Vigilante. I will never understand why this has become like a $10 to $15 book. Does anyone know why? Because I certainly don't. You might have to help me out in the comments here. I'm going to finish the list with an umbrella term. Adam Warlock. All Adam Warlock keys have taken the biggest hit I have seen, comparable to that of Honestly Eternals. First appearance, second appearance, first hymn, whatever have you. The one with Thor, they're all so terribly hurt. Funny thing is, everybody liked Guardians 3. Some people don't love the Adam Warlock portrayal, and I think a lot of people think that that's done. Here's why I'm really annoyed about that. Adam Warlock is one of Marvel's best characters that has existed for decades. Forget the whole movie thing. He's the GOAT in video games, comics, everything. I do not understand why the value of Adam Warlock has been so attacked. I really don't. I think it's the most undeserving on the entire list of such a crazy overcorrection here. You guys will have to let me know what you think, though. As always, keep on hunting, especially while it's cheap. Make sure to come on down to Sentiment Depot's Antiques and Collectibles, located at 238 West Delaware Ave in Pennington, New Jersey. Find so many great books for just $1 and the lowest prices on key comics around. Enjoy a huge selection of graded comics priced up to 20% lower than current fair market value. We are open from Wednesday to Sunday, closed Monday, Tuesday. You got a collection you want to sell? Bring that too. Can't wait to see you there.